You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. A senior Russian diplomat said on Monday the 25th of April there was no point in having a ceasefire in Ukraine at this stage because Kyiv would likely use it as an opportunity to discredit Russia after Kyiv denied reaching an agreement with Moscow over the humanitarian corridor.
Dmitry Polyansky, Russia's first deputy permanent representative to the United Nations, said Ukraine is compromising our efforts to open these corridors, so we don't think a ceasefire is a good option right now. Ukraine earlier denied reaching a deal with Russia on evacuating civilians from a steel plant in the southern city of Mariupol and said the United Nations should be the initiator and guarantor of any such deal. Polyansky said a ceasefire would only be an opportunity for Ukrainian forces to regroup and stage more provocations. He said Russia had not struck any residential areas in Ukraine's Black Sea port city of Odessa. Ukraine's Southern Air Command on Saturday said that 2 missiles struck a military facility and 2 residential buildings in Odessa. Russia had said earlier on Monday that it would open a humanitarian corridor for civilians to leave Mariupol's huge Azovstal steel plant, where they are holed up with Ukrainian fighters and are under Russian fire.
Is it time for a ceasefire?
Sorry?
Is it time for a ceasefire?
I don't think so.
If the Secretary General asks for a ceasefire, will Russia comply?
I think he asked for Easter ceasefire, and Easter is over right now.
So you didn't comply with his call for an Easter truce. If he asks for a ceasefire when he goes to Moscow, will Russia comply and end its war?
We are not supposed to comply with the calls. People comply with the orders, but not with the calls. So there was a call for ceasefire, and we opened humanitarian corridors which are not being used by Ukraine, and Ukraine is also compromising our efforts to open these corridors. So we don't think that ceasefire is a good option right now, because the only advantage it will give possibility for Ukrainian forces to regroup and to stage more provocations like Bucha, like I called to you. So frankly, it's not up to me to decide, but I don't see any reasons in this right now. Everyone who wants to get evacuated, for example, from Mariupol, has the opportunity to do so because we opened humanitarian corridors. Today it was also opened. They claim that there are some civilians in this Azovstal, but they do not let them go. I don't see any logic in this.